All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in and joining us for our Giving Tuesday kickoff event. Um, we'll just go ahead and jump right into it. In the comment section, please let us know where you are tuning in from. So I will start. My name is Jasmine, and I am the Donor Relations Manager.
I am Jamila, and I am the Director of Marketing.
I'm Jessica, and I am the Director of Programming.
I like to go last. I am Brenda, and I am the founder and executive director of Afro-Vegan Society.
Yes, so if you haven't heard of us before, we are Afro-Vegan Society, and Afro-Vegan Society is a national nonprofit organization on a mission to help people in marginalized communities transition to vegan living. And we do that through providing resources and support, and that may come in the form of cooking demos, recipe creations, summits, interactive events, educational talks, and so much more. So if you haven't heard, today is Giving Tuesday. And I'm sure you all heard that term flying around recently during the giving season. So, Giving Tuesday was actually created in 2012 by the New York 92nd Street Y, which is a cultural and community center located in the Upper East Side of Manhattan in New York City. Giving Tuesday was actually created as a simple idea, a day that encourages people to do good, whether it looks like giving monetary donations, volunteering, using your voice to advocate, or simply using skills or talent to help someone or something in need. So every year on a Tuesday following Thanksgiving, people around the nation use this day to kick off the holiday season and give back to their respective communities. And this movement has inspired hundreds of millions of people around the nation to participate. And they encourages everyone to give, collaborate, and celebrate generosity. So we here at Afro-Vegan Society have chosen to participate in Giving Tuesday this year and use it as a means to kick off our giving season, which will run the duration of the remainder of the year. We have set our fundraising goal of $5,000 to start off, and this will help us in our efforts to continue to share the life-changing benefits of plant-based living for generations to come and break the economic barriers that make this enriching lifestyle out of reach for people in marginalized communities. So in order to make this work possible, we are reaching out to our community, you all, for help. So, Brenda, do you want to take it away with a few words?
Of course. So, I personally have been vegan for 25 years. I have just been able to benefit from all of the different ways in which living vegan can just make your own personal life better as well as the planet. And I noticed back in 2016 that there just weren't many organizations. I won't say there were no organizations, but there weren't many at that time that addressed the specific issues that were relevant to my community. And so I decided that there should be an organization that addressed these things, that addressed the particular challenges, addressed these challenges through a particular lens that was relevant to my community. And so I decided, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and create this organization. And Afro Vegan Society was born. And it's just been such a pleasure and so wonderful to be able to be a part of this history making. And I mean, what made this so much better was that over time, the perfect team has been created. And so we have these wonderful uh, team members who are now doing this work, and it's just the best work. I can't imagine being anywhere else. I can't imagine doing any other work, and honestly I can't imagine doing this work with any other people. So I am really happy to be a part of this Giving Tuesday programming, and welcome to everybody who is watching now or who will be watching a little later.
All right, thank you so much for sharing that, Brenda. So, to all of you out there, we are calling on you to give and help us out in this giving season. So I want to show you how to do just that if you're ready to give and you love our work and you want to support us. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and I'll take you through all the process that you need in order to donate now. All right, can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
All right. So if you're ready to give, you're going to go ahead and put in Afro-Vegan-Society.org. That's going to take you to our homepage. And up here on the third toolbar, there is a Giving Tuesday tab. You're going to go ahead and click on that. And that's going to take you to the Giving Tuesday landing page. Okay, you scroll down and we have this button here. It says donate. You can go ahead and click on that, and that will take you to a page. Confirm that you're not a robot and that you are actually real. They want me to identify some buses.
Although we will take money from robots. Don't get me wrong.
Okay, and then it takes you to this tab. So wherever you are on your ability to give, whether it's $1, $20, $500, or even $5,000, you can go ahead and put that amount in and give it to Afro-Vegan Society. And we just have to say we appreciate you all so much. Every little bit helps, whether that looks like giving a monetary donation, your support, whatever that may look like. We appreciate it, and we are so thankful for the support that you guys give us. So now that we have that out of the way, we're going to jump right into our event for the day. And we're starting off with highlights. We're taking a walk down memory lane to look at some of the events and the programs and the resources that Afro-Vegan Society have provided over this past year of 2022. So we're starting at the beginning of the year with February. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. And I'm just going to talk a little bit about what February was and some of the highlights that came out of that. So give me 1 second. All right, can you all see my screen?
Yes, looks great.
All right. So February is one of our main events, and I'm sure everyone on this call holds February near and dear to their hearts. So we've been doing February for a couple of years now, and it's actually a free month-long celebration encouraging people to try vegan living during the month of February, which is 28 days. This campaign is purposely situated in the month of February, which is Black History Month here in the United States, to highlight the contributions of Black trailblazers and the many benefits of vegan living in our communities. So what I love about February this year is that we actually strategically changed the language. In the past years, we sort of framed it as a pledge, but this year we framed it as a celebration because we want to move to a point where we're celebrating everyone, regardless of where you are in your journey, whether you're just at the beginning stages and you want more information about how you can successfully transition to vegan living, or you're later down, you're already vegan, and we want to celebrate you. So as a celebration, we're just highlighting everybody that's in the movement. So some of the things that we were able to offer for February, I'm just gonna scroll down on the page just to show you some of that. But some of the things that we were able to offer this year was each day, each of those 28 days, we come and we offer some type of information, whether that's us highlighting a Black vegan leader, whether it's a trailblazer, a health and wellness expert, or a vegan tastemaker. In our support group, we hosted talks which covered topics including Vegan Basics 101, vegan cooking tips, finding vegan community, and how to say vegan. We also hosted some live panel discussions where we talked about some awesome topics, and of course, some cooking demos as always. So if you have some time, go ahead and take a look at the February page. And what I also love about our February tab, I love so much things about Afro-Vegan Society, but if you weren't able to participate in February this year, we have a standing February resource library. And this is a robust library of different topics and just resources that you can access all year round. So here it is, our resource library. We have a replay of some of the sessions from 2022. We had our happy hour that we launched off with, and this year for our happy hour, we actually did wings. So our team came together and showed you 4 different ways to create vegan wings. So definitely take some time to go and look at that. Next up, we just have a section for educational sections, and you can just scroll through to see the different educational sessions that we offer from different leaders in the movement. We have some cooking demos with some delicious food. You can go ahead, take some time to look through that. We have some wellness sessions. So if you're vegan for health or want to get your health in A1 shape, take some time to look through this. Of course, vegan recipes and some informative articles. So as you can see, this Vegetarian resource library is very robust. And our goal is to continue to grow and expand and just grow this resource library. This is a living resource. So each year that we do Vegetarian, we are coming back and we are expanding this. So this is what AVS is all about, creating resources to help people on their journey as they transition to vegan living. All right. So that's a little bit about Vegetarian. Our next highlight that we're going to talk about is our resource guide. So Jessica, do you want to take that away?
Sure. Let me pull up my screen. All right. Can you all see my full screen here?
Yes.
Okay, great. So throughout the year, Afro-Vegan Society also shifted focus in 2022 from offering one-time digital programs that involve lives and also focusing on creating more robust and evergreen resources on our website so that we can be a one-stop shop to help people, no matter what type of information that they're looking for, to continue on their vegan journey. And so the first thing that we did in order to create this more living, breathing resource on our website was to create a cooking demo library. So we've done so many cooking demos, dozens and dozens and dozens of cooking demos since we relaunched in 2020. And you can come to our cooking demo library here on the Afro-Vegan Society website and scroll through to see all the amazing cooking demos that we've done from past events like Earth Day, Veguary, and just one-off cooking demos as well. So this is a delicious resource that you can find when you hover over the recipes tab and scroll down to the cooking demo library. So the next resource that we worked to create on the website in May was in recognition of National Egg Month, and we wanted to show you how to do eggless eating for breakfast and beyond in recognition of National Egg Month, to show people that while this month is designed to highlight all the things you can do with eggs, we don't need to eat eggs to eat well, to be nourished, to be healthy, to be happy, and to eat flavorful food. So we have some information here, and then we also have an amazing collection of breakfast recipe demos that you can explore, including chickpea flour-based recipes made with omelets and frittatas. We also showed you how to use tofu to make breakfast on the go, including breakfast sandwiches and stuffed waffles. And we also showed you how to use mung beans to make quiche and scramble. So just showing you that there are so many plant ingredients that you can enjoy and use to make eggless vegan dishes that represent things that you've enjoyed eating before you went vegan. And not only are there the demos, but there are also the actual written recipes that are plugged into our website. So they're very inviting and vibrant and easy for you to access. And in addition to that, we also have some resources from other Black food creators, like this blog post, Amazing Eggless Recipes That Prove Plant-Based is Better. And we've got recipes from our favorites across the web, including Desiree from I Can You Can Vegan, Plant-Based Princess, Amira J, who's done lots of cooking demos with us in the past, and so many more. Okay, and then when you continue scrolling, we also have an informative talk from our executive director, Brenda, about the truth about eggs. Okay, so it goes into the truth behind the egg production industry in America and how cruel and also just unsanitary and unsafe it is. So if you need more inspiration beyond eating delicious plant-based food, we also have the moral, ethical argument that you can ground your decision-making in. And then we also have our feedback form, which you'll see on a lot of our resource pages, because we want to know if this information is helpful to you and also what additional information you want to see. Because as Jasmine mentioned when talking about Veguary, our resource libraries are living and breathing, and we're always looking for ways to expand them and make them more helpful for you. All right. And then we moved straight into June and we created the Dump Dairy Resource Library. So the Dump Dairy Workshop Series was initially created, correct me if I'm wrong, Brenda, by you as an in-person workshop series that was taking place at Thrive in Baltimore. And so this is one of the first programs that we launched as Afro-Vegan Society in 2020. And we had so many amazing speakers sharing expertise knowledge from across disciplines. We've got doctors, we've got holistic nutritionists, we've got recipes, and we have so many amazing, informative education sessions and also cooking demos to help you really get centered and really make the switch away from dairy, because most of us are lactose normal, meaning we cannot digest dairy. And so we need these resources to help ourselves, help our loved ones understand the impact that consuming dairy has on our bodies, our communities, our environment, and the animals, and also giving you delicious, simple, affordable options to make the shift to dairy-free eating. So in addition to all these demos and once again, cooking demos and education sessions, we also have recipes for you. So many recipes, and this will continue to expand as well. So always keep an eye out. You'll always get new email updates from Afro-Vegan Society when there's new content being added to these resource pages, so you can check them out for yourself. And yes, once again, this is our Dump Dairy Resource Library. And then finally, to kick things off for the holiday season, we released in November our holiday resource page. So holiday resources began for us in December of 2020 with the holiday cooking demo series. And then last year we released a free holiday recipe guide. And so we wanted to just make that resource more robust. When you're not ready or you need a little bit more convincing or context, we have this informative website that has reasons to help you choose plant-based this holiday season. And then when you keep scrolling, you also have access to our recipe collection that you can download for free. And then, of course, we have more holiday cooking demos for you to access. These were previously limited to people who had registered to the holiday cooking demo series back in 2020. So we're so excited to release these to the public. And then once again, we've got delicious recipes and even more on the way. Plus, we have testimonials from folks. And that's something I feel like is so important and powerful that often gets skipped over, is the fact that real people are using these resources and they're helping them. They're making major changes. These are people who actually tried our holiday recipes and enjoyed them, shared them with their families, and experienced how satisfying holiday foods can be when they are plant-based and flavorful. So if you don't trust us, we hope you do. We feel like you do at this point. But if you're not ready to trust us alone, we have the testimonials here and we have even more to share. So I think that concludes a great wrap up of the holiday resources and all the resource pages that we developed and launched on our website this year.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing that, Jess. So if you're in the comments, if you're tuning in right now, let us know, what is your favorite resource guide that we put out this year? We have so many great resource guides that we put out. So just let us know which one you appreciate and which one has helped you out on your journey. So moving right along, we're going to go ahead. This year we launched it last year, but we delved more into it, is our happy hours, which is sort of like a fun little get together with our team. This is an opportunity for us to connect with you guys, our community, and just have a good time. We want to show you guys some practical ways to make some delicious vegan food. So as you can see, we did some tacos. We had a Juneteenth kickoff. We show you some recipes as some vegan comfort food and drinks. We did some cookout food, so like some end of summer cookout inspo. We had some spooky sweets and seafood appetizers. And then this previous one, we did some sweet potato dishes. And I don't know about you guys, but I love coming on those happy hours, talking with you guys. Our faithful supporters that's always coming to our happy hours. We appreciate you so much, and just having a good time cooking some delicious vegan food and sharing it with you guys. So yeah, you can always go to our YouTube channel to check out, if you missed those happy hours, check out some of those recipes and let us know what you think and if you tried those out. Okay. So moving right along, our next highlight is our chicken program. So Jess, do you want to take that away?
Sure. So chicken is honestly one of the most consumed animals on the planet. We consume so many chickens every single year. And so Afro-Vegan Society really wanted to pivot towards really focusing on broiler chickens and the impact of the consuming broiler chickens. Always, we have a multifaceted approach. So we're looking at the impact on our health, the impact on our environments and our communities, the impact from a food justice standpoint, and the environmental impact. And so we wanted to create some content to open the door to start talking about the issue with broiler chickens and our consumption of them in America. And so we came up with a week of amazing content during the last week in September 2022. And it started off with 15 eye-opening facts about the chickens we eat. And so this is just a quick video that goes through some really eye-opening facts about what our chicken consumption looks like as Americans, as Black Americans, and the impact of it. And so once we confront you with the truth, we wanted to give you some resources to help you change your eating habits. And so our very own team decided to come on and share some delicious cooking demos. Jasmine created a kale chicken Caesar salad with oyster mushrooms. Ray made a delicious chicken rasta pasta that was creamy and spicy and so good. And then I showed how to make some chickpea and jackfruit tenders and put them together in a soul bowl with collard greens and black eyed peas and all the good stuff, so that you can see that there are so many ways to enjoy flavors and textures that are familiar or similar to chicken without actually consuming chickens. And we also had our first ever live news special called Why Chicken Ain't It, hosted by our very own Jamila and Jess. And we looked at memes and popular culture and current events and really talked about issues, once again, concerning chicken consumption in the United States and specifically in the Black community, and why it's time to reframe and pivot how we see chickens, and also why it's time to stop eating them. I mean, honestly, that's really what it came down to. And so this was a great event, and we definitely plan on continuing to add more resources to this broiler chicken section and creating a resource page for it as well. And really just continuing to dive deep into not only what are the issues with consuming chicken, but providing resources to help you say goodbye to chicken for good without blinking an eye. So that's what it was all about this September.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that, Jessica. Next up, Jamila, would you like to talk about the IG Lives that you do monthly?
Absolutely. That would be fantastic. So let me see if I can just, oh, wonderful. So yes, I usually do our Instagram lives. Ever since we began our relaunch in 2020, and it's been such a great time connecting with our community, connect with our supporters, and connect with other content creators, nonprofit organizations, and just anyone who is diving deep into the Black vegan community, focusing on climate change, building a business, all those types of things. It feels so great to be able to connect one-on-one with other Black vegans in our community. And as you see in this wonderful graphic, we went live with a few awesome people this year. Quite a few, in fact. We had Amira J, who actually was on our NavCon Summit a few weeks ago. She is a great content creator, makes delicious food. We had Nicole Foster of Casual Creamery here in Baltimore. She and her husband and her family run a delicious vegan ice cream company, and there's almost like a holisticness around them. There's just so many great vibes around them in their business. Please check them out as well. She was great. She talked about everything that went into her business and everything that went into the ice cream she makes, putting love into it. It was just a fantastic conversation. And for Earth Day or Earth Month, we went live with Ashley Renee, who is a climate-friendly, climate-conscious creator on Instagram. And she talked everything about climate change, her experience in the field, just everything about what you need to know about the environment, especially from a Black vegan perspective. And that was a fantastic conversation. We had Brielle Ringer. She's also a content creator who focuses a lot on spirituality and also animal rights. That's always a great conversation as well. We went live with Charlize Rockwood of she's also a content creator and vegan influencer. She went into how she created her businesses and just her acting skills and how she likes to bring her content to the table when it comes to being a Black vegan. She does food. She talks about everything like coming down to social justice and everything like that, and it's fantastic. We had Eric Andre, who's also a fantastic food content creator. He makes bomb food. Actually, one of his videos recently hit 1 million views, and he was able to explain how he was able to get to that point and just all the delicious food he makes. So we just go live with many, many people. We once again went live with Omowale Adewale. You all know him from Black Veg Fest and his farm, Liberation Farms in New York. Once again, just enlightening us about what he does, what his views come from, and just food justice in general, because he's very food justice heavy, as we are as well. We had Kai Norty of Kube Nice Cream, who also does ice cream. She's on the West Coast, and just her energy, her spirit was very, very enlightening and very warm and kind, and she really did create a hit within our comments. And Dominic Thompson, we all know him, Doms Thompson. He talked about his dog. If you don't know on Instagram already, he talked a lot about his dogs. And they're so adorable, and just his views on animal rights as well. And you already see our Jessica Carter in the comment in the graphic as well. We like to always go live together sometimes when we want to talk about one of our events that are coming up, and just to engage with and answer any questions that people may have about our events. So yes, we go live with many, many people. You definitely have to check them out on Instagram. If you haven't already, follow us on there. You can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and even YouTube, where we do recaps and advertise about our IG lives. So don't miss out. I'm sure you're going to have a great time.
Absolutely. I love your IG Live, Jamila, because that's what Afro-Vegan Society is all about. Getting out there and connecting with the community and just showing you all what else is out there, who else is out there, and just sharing resources, connecting and networking. So we're moving right along. Next up is our vegan restaurant list. Jamila, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and you can go ahead and talk a little bit about that.
Perfect. Yes. So waiting for the screen. Yes, absolutely, y'all. So we have our Black-owned vegan restaurant list. Not only do we have it in the US, we also have things in the UK, and we also have some listings in Canada. So if you're looking for a vegan restaurant in your area that is Black-owned, do not fret. If you're worried about it, go straight to our website at afrovegansociety.org/vegan-restaurants, and you'll get a list of everything you need from there. We have everything from Alabama to, as you can see, DC. There are tons in Florida. There are many, many states, in my opinion, probably 20 plus states that have a plethora of Black vegan restaurants that you can definitely support there. You can shout them out on your social media platforms. You can try out their food. Just give them any type of support that you can. And a lot of those Black vegan restaurant owners, we also go live with on our Instagram. So you can definitely learn more about those people if you tune into our Instagram lives, if you just look at our Instagram in general, just being updated about what we do, who we're going to connect with. And once again, as you see, there's even something in Wisconsin, out of all places. So if you're ever confused or feel like if you really want to support a Black vegan restaurant, definitely check out our website so you can get hip and support your local restaurant today. And we also have our survey at the bottom of our Black vegan restaurant list, where you can add your own. We will check them out, see what's up, and then we will add them to our list. So your voices are always going to be heard. We always like to put out a promotional graphic on our social media platforms so that you are understanding when we're updated. And you can also let us know what your local Black vegan restaurant is as well. So definitely check it out today. It is a very exciting and exhaustive list. We have tons and tons of restaurants at your disposal.
Absolutely. And like Jamila said, that is a growing resource. So as always, if you have have a restaurant that you want to share in your community, let us know and we'll continue to grow that list. So Jessica, do you want to go ahead and talk a little bit about NavCon?
Absolutely. Do you mind sharing the screen?
Yep. Give me 1 second to pull it up.
Sure. So I'll do a little bit of a precursor as the website gets pulled up. So NavCon is an acronym for National Afro-Vegan Conference. And Brenda had this idea several years ago, I believe. And when we brought back Afro-Vegan Society, we had the opportunity to bring it to a virtual format. And so this is our third year doing the NavCon Virtual Summit, and it was wonderful this year. We had a lineup with a wonderful panel talking about the impact of Black vegan digital activism and how you can bridge the gap and also make an impact in the real world. We also had a interview with Brenda talking about the state of food justice and what does that look like moving forward, because food justice is really at the core. If you're talking about Afro-veganism, food justice has to be a part of that conversation, because everyone should have the right and the opportunity to eat nourishing plant-based diets exclusively, right? This should not be something that's restricted because of your race or your class or your neighborhood, but here in America, it's a fact of life. It isn't a reality. And so we really got to dive deep into these themes through our theme, which was We Can All Be Change Makers. So we also had some holiday cooking demos. Our very own Amira J, she's not our very own, but she's definitely done several cooking demos with us in the past. And she showed how to make some delicious, simple vegan sides, including sweet potato puffs and maple and balsamic carrots and Brussels sprouts. And she was really interactive and engaging. So there was a great just discourse going on. I feel like when we do live events, honestly, one of my favorite parts is the interaction from our viewers with us and how we're able to commune and talk with one another, really just get to grow and connect. So people are in the comments, and they're in New York or Maryland, or they're in Florida or Texas. They're from all over the country and sometimes all over the world, and they're helping each other. They're looking for suggestions for vegan cheese or good vegan restaurants, how to use mushrooms, have they cooked with jackfruit before. They're giving each other feedback as they're also getting the instruction from us. So I think NavCon, like many of the other events that we do, is a great place for people to connect and learn from each other as they're also getting the information that we're sharing. We also gave out the first ever Vegan Changemaker Award to a very special honoree. Do you mind scrolling up a little bit, Jasmine, to the presenters?
Yep.
And can we click on our honoree here next to Brenda? If you just click on the circle.
Yep.
Yes. Yes, so Giovanna Johnson Cook was honored as our first ever vegan changemaker, and she's doing amazing work in Atlanta. She has a organization called My Two Foods, and she really focuses on nourishing mothers with vegan, healthy food so that they can raise healthy vegan families, and just a part of a great network of people doing work on their farm, Grow Where You Are, and just helping people, showing them how to take back the power in their food system by becoming the creators of their own food systems through growing food. So we were so excited to be able to honor her and her work. And you can close that out. Thank you so much, Jasmine. And yeah, it was just a wonderful time. This is something that as time progresses, we would love to be able to evolve it, move it forward, look what, explore what in-person formats look like. But it's been really robust and really, really impactful so far. And we also have to thank all of our sponsors who support us with everything we do. And we also have to thank you, because we also get donations from our supporters to help make this work possible. So we appreciate you, because it goes a long way in giving out prizes, paying our speakers, and so many other things that it takes to pull off a virtual event like that.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that, Jessica. So we're moving right along. Next up is we're going to be talking about some of our in-person events. We actually 2022 actually had an opportunity to get back out there and connect with you guys. So the first event that we were able to connect with you guys was at the Adellum Community Healthcare Center, and this was an event. This was hosted by the Adellum Community Healthcare Center, and they hosted a community health fair. The fair provided health screenings, health referrals, and giveaways, and it was open to the public. Afro-Vegan Society actually served as a nonprofit vendor at this event, and we were able to connect with the participants, provide some educational materials, just talk to them about their lifestyles, and just give them some words of encouragement, inspiration, and support. So if you take a look, here are just a couple of photos from the event, just some of our team members connecting with the community. And I have to say, this was one of the things that I love about Afro-Vegan Society. When I joined back in when I was just like a volunteer back in 2017. We were more so like on the ground, and Brenda Sanders, she had the Thrive Community Center where we did like potlucks and demonstrations, and that was just a big part of my journey, was just being able to connect with people in person. So being able to come out this year to things such as community health fairs and just encourage and inspire people and just connect. There's nothing like that human connection, human touch, that just does something. So I love events like this. And this was the only one that we did. Moving along, we actually were able to table at Vegan Soul Fest, which was co-founded by our executive director, Brenda Sanders. And once again, we're able to connect with people, pass out educational materials, offer inspiration, support, and just guide people to our resources as they transition to vegan living. So here's a couple of fun photos. We had some nice little signs: vegan food justice for all, vegan for the culture, young, vegan, and Black, plant power to the people. So definitely a wonderful time to connect with people. And then our last in-person event that we were able to take part in was last month in October, the Animal and Vegan Advocacy Summit. Once again, our executive director, Brenda Sanders, actually spoke, and you can see her photo down in the right corner. And once again, we're just able to connect with people, talk with the community, and just connect. And that's what I love about these in-person events. So just take a moment to look at a couple of those photos. And yeah, so moving right along. All right.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to disrupt the flow, but there's a couple of things that came to mind as all of this information has been being talked about, and that is one thing that Jessica said or mentioned was, the relaunch of Afro-Vegan Society, and even mentioned that we had these virtual events. But what people may not know is that the Thrive Baltimore Community Center, which was founded here in Baltimore, was not able to do the work that we had been doing. We got to a point where there were hundreds and hundreds of people who would come out to the community center. And then when the pandemic hit, we suddenly were not able to gather in large groups anymore, which was really difficult for us because we were used to having that personal contact, and we had built this huge community, and suddenly we weren't able to do these in-person events anymore. And the idea to go virtual wasn't very easy for me to make because I didn't know anything about that. I was completely clueless, which, back in 2019, it was just like, well, we aren't able to do this thing anymore. And so what are we going to do? Just kind of, sit around and wait for this pandemic to be over. I'm so glad that that is not what happened, and that this wonderful team came together and we were able to sort of transition into this virtual platform, because we have been able to reach so many more people through the virtual platform, which obviously makes sense. But I just didn't expect that this team would be able to just come together and create this magic that then just skyrocketed our numbers into the tens of thousands of people. And I owe that to the team, obviously, and I'm so grateful to the team for being able to make that happen. And I believe that we'll be able to reach even more people, probably in an unlimited number of, well, there's limited people on the planet, but we'll be able to reach so many more of the people on the planet, with the support of the folks who see our work and believe in what we're doing. And so I just wanted to kind of put that out there, first of all, because it's true. Second of all, because I might not remember to do it. And so I wanted to say that, and to, again, contribute that to the AVS team for making that happen.
I love that, Brenda. And I think that this was actually a blessing in disguise, because us moving to this sort of like hybrid model of like some in-person events and then some virtual, like you said, helps us reach a much wider audience. And as we're transitioning to like this national organization, we're able to communicate with people all over the world, all over the nation. And that's just essential as we continue to grow and reach so many more people. So moving right along, Jamila, I'm going to pull up the Black Vegan Actors Training Program so you can get started talking about that.
Wonderful. Great. So, if you haven't heard already, we launched our Black Vegan Activist Training Program in late October, basically all of November. And it was absolutely amazing. So we began to plan this training program, and we had 50 applicants from basically from the US, from Brazil, from Canada, from West Africa, people of all types of the African diaspora wanted to get in on this work. So we welcomed a cohort of 12 enthusiastic participants from across the US, and they were really wonderful people who just wanted to know this work, who wanted to go deeper into being a Black vegan activist. What does that mean? What does it mean to do community organizing? What does that mean to promote your work? What does that mean to connect with your community? How can you speak the language of your community in order to further prosper the idea of plant-based eating or veganism? And luckily, we look at their wonderful faces, everyone. Don't they just look all happy? Just fantastic people. We got to work with them one-on-one. We got to teach them every week of November. Once again, the last week of October, all of October, bleeding a little bit into November. And it was a great 5-week process. We had 1.5 hour or 90-minute sessions every Saturday. And we all got to communicate. We all got to talk about it. We all got to give them our exhaustive presentations. However, everybody soaked everything up like a sponge. They were so ready for this work. They did their homework. They made sure that they just brought their passion and their personalities every session. And it was just absolutely wonderful working with these people who just really wanted to get down to the nitty gritty of what it means to be an actual Black vegan activist. So yes, we are so excited that we had this program. It was very, very successful as our pilot program, and we cannot wait to continue this into the future.
And we actually have one of our Black Vegan Actors Training participants in the building today. So I'm going to bring her up. And this is Caitlin. She actually participated in the first pilot program of the Black Vegan Actors Training Program. So we're just going to have her talk a little bit about her experience, like where she was before she applied to the program, and then how she's transformed over those 5 or 6 weeks. So Caitlin, would you like to take it away?
Absolutely. First off, thank y'all for having me again. My name is Caitlin Mercier. I'm an assistant professor at Illinois State University in the Department of Psychology and Women, Gender, and Sexuality Studies. And so I was one of the participants in the activist program. And I really enjoyed my time there, where I learned so much about Afro-Veganism, how to promote activism in my work as a researcher. So I really just appreciated this program all around. And I've definitely taken some of the lessons that I've learned into the work that I do now in looking at anti-vegetarian stigma, particularly amongst Black vegans. So I can't say thank you enough to these amazing people that we have here. Y'all definitely touched my heart, and I have deep appreciation from y'all as well.
Absolutely. And we appreciate you too so much, Caitlin, because just looking at your project and the work that you came up with over the past 5 weeks just gives us so much just inspiration, because just knowing what you're working on and just what you're going to create as an activist, especially in academia, it just makes me excited. So do you guys have any comments or?
I just want to say that, Caitlin, it was so awesome to have you in the program. You always were a warm presence, but also with something to contribute. And, the work that you really did throughout, it also opened up new perspectives. I don't know about everybody else, but for me as well, to see this is what applications of Afro-veganism can look like in the academic setting. It was just like really mind opening and really exciting as we think about work we're going to be doing as an organization moving forward, and how we have all these amazing people who are in the community and they're just ready to be activated so that we can collaborate in the future. So thank you so much for your time and your efforts, and it was great to connect with you.
Yes, thank you so much, Caitlin. And
And
thank
of
you.
course, of course, I have something to say. And that is, well, thank you, Caitlin. Again, I was so impressed with you and, just the work that you're about to launch, as well as the work that you're already doing. Just an overall pretty brilliant person. So, that, but also that the inspiration for the Black Activist Training Program was that so many people were coming back to us and saying, "You're doing amazing work. I would love to be able to do the kind of work you're doing, but I don't know how." And there were so many people who wanted to pick my brain. And I just, it got to a point where my brain was all picked. And I realized that we needed to have a program specifically for folks who wanted like to figure out how to start or just brainstorm like ways to do the kind of things that they wanted to do. And this program sort of came out of that. So I appreciate everybody who worked on the program and everybody who participated in the program. It was really great.
And I'll just say something briefly. I know you're on a time crunch, but yeah, just once again, Caitlin, you were fantastic. I love not only just your project, but just your energy, and what you do reminds me that like things are just meant to be studied. Like there are just some things that are very important to study. They might not be at every institution, but the things that really need to be studied aren't. And you're studying the things that really, really need to be studied. So I will always appreciate you for that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jamila. I'm trying not to cry behind these glasses.
I understand. But of course, of course.
All right. So once again, thank you so much, Caitlin, for taking the time to speak with us and share your experience today and just getting through that program. So we will be communicating with you in the future. But thanks so much again.
Yes, thank y'all so much. Appreciate it.
All right. I love just hearing people's experience, especially with our pilot Black Vegan Actors Training Program, because that was it was our pilot program, but it just shows you that we have people from all different walks of life coming together and just creating that space. That is so powerful. I don't know about you guys, but just even being as someone like being one of the classes and being in that space, you just come in as a student because everyone that's in that space at that moment has something to offer. We had professors, we had naturopathic doctors, we had wellness coaches, we had filmmakers. That was just a powerful place. And we want to continue to bring that back year after year and just grow that network of Black vegan activists to be able to help people transition to vegan living wherever they are in the world. So yes. Let's continue moving along. Let's see what's next. So let's if you've sat down, you've listened to what we had to say, and you're ready to give, I want to share with you guys how to give to us today for Giving Tuesday. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen in a second. All right, can everybody see my screen? All right. So once again, you go to afrovegansociety.org, and that will take you to our homepage. If you go to the toolbar, 3 tabs down is our Giving Tuesday landing page. If you go to this, we have some information about Giving Tuesday, what that is, this live session, some testimonials, what we need from you all, and then some ways to donate. So scrolling back up, if you are ready to donate right now, once you land on the page, at the top of the page, you can go ahead and click donate. And regardless of where you are on your journey, whatever you have to give, whether that's $1, $20, $500, or $5,000, we appreciate any amounts that you give. And you go do the little security check and you enter the amount when the tab pops up. And you can bless us with any type of donation. But I want to go back to the Giving Tuesday landing page. Oops. And on this tab, it just shows you some ways that you can actually give to us on Giving Tuesday. So of course, we welcome monetary donations, and these things help us cover costs like speakers, resource development, in-person community work, organization expansion, training programs such as the Black Vegan Actors Training Program, and other upcoming projects that we have in the work. But some other ways that you can give to us is product donations for events such as Veguary or our NavCon and some other events throughout the year. We're always doing giveaways, and we want to highlight some of the amazing organizations around town. So if you want to go ahead and give a product donation, that is one way you can give to AVS. Another way to give is by signing up to our volunteer list. So we always accept volunteers for some of our in-person events, or even if you have like a skill or a talent to share. If you're a tech person, we always are accepting help in any form that there is. And then lastly, something that anybody can do is share our work. Our mission is to continue to expand and to grow and to reach as many people as possible. And in order to do this, we have to have our work shared. So if you know someone who could benefit from our work, please share our work, share our website. And I'm sure you've seen today, we've listed so many different resources that could potentially help someone in your community, whether it's a resource guide, a cooking demo, some recipes. I'm sure there's so much stuff on our website that can help a family member, aunt, uncle, cousin, coworker, even you. Take some time to go through our website and share our work, whether it's on social media or by word of mouth. So,
And Jasmine, I just like to say I was just in our email inbox, and we've already gotten a few donations since we've started this live stream today. So thank you to everyone who has donated so far today. And please, like Jasmine said, any amount helps. So yeah, please give. It goes a long way.
absolutely.
I also wanted to say, sorry, Jasmine, again, that there are other ways that people can support us other than what you said. They can, share our stuff, share from our YouTube page, share on our social media, and obviously spread the word by word of mouth. But, one interaction with us on social media will spread our message through the algorithm through to other people. And so even if it just comes down to liking, commenting, sharing, that can help us too.
Absolutely. So I just want to say thank you so much for everyone tuning in today. We appreciate you guys so much for your support, for your love, and just for even coming to all our events, whether they're in person or virtual. All the support means the world to us. So do anyone have any lasting words before we hop off for today?
I mean, I just want to reiterate once again, like what you said, Jasmine, that we appreciate all that you do for us already. Just like what Brenda also said, we appreciate your likes, your comments. We see them. We definitely see them. We're a busy bunch, but we see them. We appreciate them. We respond to them as best as we can. We just really love the community we've already built, and we want to expand as well. So all your support definitely goes into that. Every little dollar helps. And we're just so grateful for all the love that we've received over the years already. But a little more ain't gonna help, ain't gonna hurt. So once again, we appreciate all that's coming our way. Thank you so much.
And subscribe.
Subscribe and follow. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I just wanted to say that, like Brenda will tell you that the naming of this organization is very intentional. We are Afro-Vegan Society. We are a community. It's even deeper than community. And so as we strategize about how to make an impact and the offerings we want to bring forward moving forward, it's really your engagement that makes so much difference. And so whether we're sending out a survey, we're going to be reaching out to our community for feedback in so many ways to participate in new initiatives that we're bringing up, because helping people go vegan, informing them about the importance of going vegan is super important. But also we have the rare opportunity, we're in a very specific point in history where this cultural shift is happening. This social shift is happening in terms of how we're connecting our food decisions and our food choices to really how it impacts our overall quality of life across the board. And so we need to document that. We need to analyze that. We need to dive deep into what does it mean and how do we ensure that this is not just a phase or a fad or some part in time that's really popular and that we move on from, and that it really shifts as a pivot. And so your engagement means so much to us, your donations and your support also, but just like keeping an eye out when we're sending out communications, there are going to be new opportunities for you to engage with us. And we need you to get back to us. Like, your voices matter. Your voice and your participation is what makes Afro-Vegan Society a society. So we look forward to connecting with you in really deep and meaningful ways, even more as we progress forward.
Yes, and just piggybacking off of you, Jessica, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen just to share some testimonials that we have on our website. There's some of our supporters and people that have benefited from our work shared with us. So I just want to share those as some parting words. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. All right, so this first one, you do God's work. I'm 69 years old, and because of you and your work, I feel better than I have in years. Thank you for being my partner in changing my life. I am so grateful. And this comment just sits with me because 69 years old, it shows you that anywhere on your journey, whether you're a young child or you're in your later part of your life, it's never too late to change with the correct support and resources, which we here at Afro-Vegan Society is here to do. We're here to support you wherever you are on your journey and just assist you by providing, different resources, just like all the guides, our happy hours, our interactive panels, our summits. We create these resources to help you out. The next testimonial, your work is critically important. Also, kudos for being inclusive and welcoming all, independent of race, nationality, and etc. And absolutely, we, like Jessica said earlier, we're intentional in our name, but our society welcomes everyone to help people transition to being living, especially in marginalized communities. Next up, what you all are doing is great. If I didn't have AVS, I do not think I would have been as successful becoming vegan. My life is changed forever. Success stories. I love to hear it. Next, this group is awesome. By participating, I was able to recommit to veganism. The events and broadcasts were refreshing and inspiring. And that's what we want to do. We are always here to inspire people. If you fell off the bandwagon and you are ready to get back on, we are here with our resources and our open arms to accept you back and help you out on your journey. Next, you're spreading the truth about food and how we should eat. And then lastly, please don't stop. It was outstanding, from the daily inspirational quotes to recorded demos and panel discussions. I have not one complaint. It was well organized. I appreciate efforts put forth. So we just get tons and tons of comments like these when we give out our surveys and ask for your feedback, just to know what it is that you guys need and what you guys think of the work that we're doing. We love to hear it. And I just hope that left a soft spot in your heart, just to show the importance of the work that we are doing and how many people that we're helping out there. So once again, this is our Giving Tuesday kickoff. Regardless of where you are on your journey, if you're in a space to donate financially, we accept that with open arms. And if not, like we mentioned earlier, there are other ways for you to help showcase our work just by sharing a simple post or anything like that. So once again, thank you so much. We appreciate you all.
Yes, thank you, everyone. Much appreciated.
Thank you, everyone.
All right, bye.
Bye.